Freeze is behind bars and in rough shape. But the regulators are still having a snow day with his cryo weapons out there.
It will take more than that for the regulators to relinquish such impressive technology.
We need to take their toys away. If only we knew where they put them when they're not out playing.
Time for a chat with your regulator friends, then?
Chat's a nice way of putting it.
The court must have been mining this Dionysium for decades, maybe more.
And yet they didn't hesitate to blow it all up just to get us. Sucks we couldn't get more info while we were down there.
But you're all alive. That's what matters.
Right. They won't be getting rid of us that easily.
I've uploaded the data we got from Hendrix. It should be ready soon. I've seen Bruce make that same face when he got stuck on a case. What's on your mind?
Everything starts with Ra's al Ghul attacking Batman, but I can't figure out how it connects.
You've never had to fight the League, have you? Ra's was a fanatic. He formed the League of Shadows centuries ago to root out corruption all over the world.
His philosophy, if you want to call it that, is that he should destroy things to build them back up. He's wiped out multiple cities over the centuries.
He set his sights on Gotham. Batman stopped him. He was impressed, so he named Bruce his heir.
That suddenly, even though Bruce said no thanks.
But it meant Ra's left Gotham alone. That is until he showed up and... Bruce.
Talia says Ra's was behaving erratically when he died.
Yeah. I put money on that not being the whole story.
Hang on. What if our starting point is earlier? Batman died while he was investigating the Court of Owls.
You think Ra's found out about it? But why come after his heir?
Ra's cares about two things: rooting out corruption and protecting the Lazarus Pits. So if the court was using an extract from the pits to create talents...
Ra's blows a gasket, steps in himself. Things escalate. Both he and Bruce end up dead.
And without Batman keeping a lid on Gotham's corruption, the court starts to stretch its wings.
The League follows Ra's to Gotham, and there's nobody to stop them from attacking the court.
Gotham City becomes ground zero for a goddamn war.
And no Batman to save it.
I guess that's our job now.
Yeah. It is. And we know what we need to do. We root out the court, and we keep the League away from Gotham.
I really miss him.
Belfry, I'm inside the orchard.
You could probably eavesdrop from the ballroom if you can find a good vantage point. Just make sure no one sees you.
That must be the ballroom. No way am I waiting in line.
You know what I'm thinking?
Everyone who matters in Gotham is here, and I have to be on my best behavior or else it's things up.
I'd better not interrupt them.
We'll impress the voice tonight.
Belfry, the security systems should be down now.
Nicely done. Remember, those guards are court members in disguise, so take them down if you can.
Look in every corner they can.
There's my way in. Belfry, I'm about to enter the ballroom.
Nice.
Let's see what Gotham's elite have to say for themselves.
Record as much as possible. We need as much data as we can get.
I thought I told you that formal wear was required this evening. This is formal wear. Did you hear about Langstrom's assistant?
He deserved to be let go. Just like Kirk, people forget their place.
The voice remembers.
Got some matches here. No sign of the voice yet.
Is this all they could muster for the great Bruce Wayne? It's embarrassing. When I go, it'll be a spectacle. Fireworks, dancers, ice sculptures, the works.
Look at this. Even in death, Wayne tries to outdo us. Let him have his final hurrah. After tonight, it won't be a problem. You're right. His death ought to be a celebration. What do you think this is?
Couple matches. These people are something else.
Did you sign the guest book? How could I not? I've got people to impress. Did you see some of the names in there?
Hard to believe Bruce Wayne is gone. I know. I was hoping to be his date this year.
Business is good. Great, even. Who would have thought this would give the rest of us such a kick in the pants?
Sorry to interrupt, but it's time.
Ah, of course. We'll have to continue this later.
Found you.
Pillars of Gotham! May I please have your attention? It is my absolute pleasure to present our host for the evening.
Host? In an owl mask? $10 says that's the voice of the court.
Thank you all for the warm welcome. But tonight is not about me. We are here to remember one of Gotham's greatest sons, Bruce Wayne. Now, you all knew the Playboy. I knew his charity. A brash defender of Gotham's best. Though he's gone now, Bruce's contributions to this city will be felt for decades to come. This is for you, Bruce. The last of our precious Wayne family. You've helped us in ways you never realized. And may we, the surviving families of Gotham, strive to live up to your inimitable legacy.
Holy voice of the court! We have a match!
Good. Stay on him. We need to find out who he is.
Sir, the labs are requesting more Dionysium to meet their production deadline.
I'm aware. Arrangements are being made. Let them know that I expect the quota to be met. No excuses.
Thank you, sir.
Are the arrangements made?
If it pleases the court.
Excellent. I'll see you downstairs.
Robin, we just found a hidden 13th floor in the hotel blueprints. Maybe that's where the voice went.
Not a good idea. We don't even know where that elevator goes. Maybe this haunted stairwell leads to Lucky 13. Belfry, I'm on the 13th floor and found a court door. This has to be it.
Understood. Tread carefully.
Secret floor. What are they hiding here? Now, if I was the voice of the court, where would I be? Belfry, any idea where I should start looking? Belfry? Oh, of course there's no comms. That would be too easy.
They say an owl can turn its head all the way around to better see what is behind it. What might be trying to sneak up and strike.
The old voice of the court on vinyl. They must have custom pressed it. Well, this is interesting.
That can't be. I'm gonna see what that was.
Guess that meeting's over. I wonder what they were looking at.
An operation was compromised. Found to be moonlighting for cockroaches. We eliminated him. Our allies...
So the Corp killed Langstrom for working for someone else. If this recording isn't enough for a conviction, I don't know what is.
But there's still plenty to clean. Destroy everything. Make it so Langstrom never existed. We must send a message. You are only an owl of the court, so long as you remain loyal to the court.
So many names. High-profile murders, missing persons. Langstrom's on here. Is this a list of court targets? A history of Gotham architecture. Did the court have a hand in all these buildings? The numbers on the wall are the years each place was built or renovated by court-connected firms. Definitely on the right track. By controlling these buildings, the court also controls the different power structures in Gotham. No wonder they're so powerful.
Of course. I should have known it was you.
Gotham is an engine for progress, a paean to the might of men and money, a utopia, and we alone made it.
It's high time we talk.
I thought you wanted to talk.
Go to the point. So you made it here, all by yourself.
You're trying to destroy Gotham. I can't let that happen.
Destroy Gotham? No, we're trying to save her. Preserve her glory. I understand now the potential you could have to do the same.
You talk like you weren't just another villain, hiding behind a mask.
The only one hiding behind a mask is you, Tim.
Jacob Kane? How do you know?
I know. Just like I knew my nephew Bruce was out there, keeping the peace in his armored pajamas. Don't worry, I didn't tell anyone. Call it loyalty to Martha.
We all live double lives, trying to shelter the city from chaos. It's just, our court is quieter about it.
The people of Gotham aren't puppets. When they find out you're pulling their strings, they're not gonna like it.
Yeah, Batman would probably say the same thing in your position. That's why I never told Bruce about the court.
We have the same ends, the same enemies.
It's madness. You're not serving us.
Except Robin doesn't kill people.
A difference in tactics, I'll admit.
For protectors of Gotham, you sure murder a lot of your friends. Kirk Langstrom, his assistant?
Those who betray us will suffer for it. Langstrom betrayed the court.
Bruce used his fortune to fight for this city. You fight for yourself. He never would have stood for this.
Do not use my nephew against me.
I mourn Bruce. I want answers for his death, just like you.
I'm nothing like you, Jacob.
Understood. I protected Bruce, but I won't protect you.
If you won't join us, I'm afraid you'll have to join Langston.
Security breach. We're under attack in the ballroom. They came out of nowhere.
Clearly, I have bigger problems right now.
Just stay out of my way. You won't like what happens next.
Oh no. I should get back to the ballroom. Bring it!
No, please, don't!
some new guests at the party. They look like the League.
Understood. Paramedics have been called.
The League's just killing everyone. This is awful. Time to fight. Let's do it! Just like I practiced.
The GCPD is about to enter the hotel. I'd suggest a quick exit.
Montoya, it's Robin.
I take it you heard what happened at the hotel.
I was inside. I saw everything.
Yeah? Then care to tell me who the hell those assassins were?
The League of Shadows, they're a secret organization that... Actually, I'll just send you our files. You'll see.
The slaughter of some of our best and brightest at the Orchard Hotel is a new low for the city of Gotham. It is time for the real heroes, the GCPD, to step up and restore order in our city. To take it back.
Yeesh. Surprisingly, Commissioner Kane isn't a match for any of the voices we collected. Hey!
She may not be a court member, but the commissioner could still be helping them. She did marry Jacob.
Catherine is probably not aware of her husband's secret. I know Jacob well, and have never had even the slightest suspicion.
Colonel Asshole fooled everyone. Even Bruce.
The other people we matched at the ball. John Wycliffe, Isabella Haas, Maria Powers.
All killed at the hotel by the League.
Colonel Kane's the only member we know survived for sure. And probably Old Lady Cobblepot. She's unaccounted for.
And the court is clearly much bigger than Jacob Kane and Constance Cobblepot.
The almighty voice was right, you know. No one will believe a nursery rhyme's been pulling Gotham's strings for so long.
But people will believe that Jacob Kane conspired to murder Langstrom. We have the evidence to prove it. Let's get this to Detective Montoya. See if it's enough for her to build her case.
I'll be sure to include our list of known members, dead or otherwise.
We need to be careful about this. Jacob will be waiting for us to try something.
Someone should talk to Talia. The Court and the League are clearly out to kill each other.
And let's be ready when we're caught in between them.
New data was added to the board.
Catherine Kane isn't doing this city any favors.
Things are bad enough between the Court and the League without the cops stirring them up.
Our nights are about to get a lot more complicated. I can't believe Jacob has known about Bruce this whole time.
He may have hoped that Master Bruce would eventually join the court, just as he offered to you. But most likely, he simply loved Master Bruce and wished to keep him safe. We cannot control who we love. Sometimes we love against our better judgment. Master Bruce knew that better than anybody.
Like Talia.
I have known Jacob for many years. I may be questioning what I know about the man, but I do not doubt his love for his nephew. Even now.
Jacob wants answers for Bruce's death, no matter the cost. It'll be a bloodbath if we don't stop him. And the League.
According to the police reports, the GCPD didn't find a single lead body at the Orchard Hotel.
They must have picked up their friends before the cops went in. What about prints? Fibers? DNA?
There were hundreds of guests at the hotel, excluding staff and people from the press. It would take the GCPD months to filter through everything. And that's on a good day.
This is it. Alfred's playing right into Robin's trap.
Mate in two.
Wait, how'd you...
An old way. It's how Alfred wins.
Teach me.
Robin must discover his own way to win.
Robin thinks that sounds way harder.
We've tracked Talia to a parking garage downtown, sending you the location now.
So your League of Shadows has arrived. You should have warned us, Talia.
Does this look like my league? Did they decapitate the court? Did you?
I think the voice survived. He seemed well protected.
Then the League will keep attacking, regardless of collateral damage.
And the court will fight back with more talons. How many more people are gonna die caught in between?
Countless. The League will decimate the city. And the court is preparing something even more impressive.
What do you know?
Langstrom wrote that living subjects could create more powerful talents. I don't want to be around when they get out.
If Langstrom was so useful, why did the court kill him?
As much as I've liked our chats, Gotham is getting decidedly unfriendly. Don't come looking for me.
Belfry, I'm hoping you heard all that?
Yeah, we got even bigger and badder talents coming for us.
All we can do is keep fighting, and try to learn a lot more about what we're up against.
Okay, shit. Was wondering when you'd show up.
I wanted to give you time to look at all the files I sent.
Some pretty serious shit here. A secret society that controls Gotham, with Jacob Kane at the head?
Murder. Conspiracy. This one's got it all.
I'd say you were off your game. If it didn't make so much damn sense. I've seen so many shady things over the years, and this explains every single one of them.
I assume Kane has a lot of connections.
Too many corrupt cops on the force for me to just arrest him. If I had someone I could actually trust on the case, might be able to get some solid evidence.
Give me some time, and I'll tell you exactly who you can trust.
Welcome back. Had a good time rubbing elbows with the beautiful people.
It was enlightening. So, what do you want?
Straight to the point. I like that about you. So, how's about a little partnership?
I'm too young to run a bar. And I don't have a fake ID either.
You misunderstand me, friend. As the owner of a respected establishment, I have an interest in keeping the streets safe. You could help.
What's your angle? Are you hoping I'll take out some of your competitors in the process?
I'm not in the crime business anymore. So if I came across any unusual gear, I'd be obliged to turn it over. Upstanding citizen that I am.
You're lucky they're criminals. Or I wouldn't even consider it.
Well, that's the spirit.
What's going on? Better make sure I clean up everything.
Might have something in.
Tell the rats I said hello.
No way!
Hey!
Get yourself up, Robin! No problem. I can
That's definitely a court mask. Belfry, let Montoya know we have definitive proof those cops were hiding court-related evidence.
Affirmative. Montoya says she has it covered from here.
You've received an urgent message from Penguin. Please return as soon as possible.
I'm OMW. That means on my way.
I helped you. Now you gotta help me. My family found out about our little chat. They're out for blood. Please, you gotta get over here before they...
Better get to the Iceberg Lounge. Fast.
So Montoya had to call for our help at the Orchard. Still think she's a good cop?
My dad literally had a signal to ask for Batman's help. Do you think he was a bad cop?
No. Babs, I would never.
I get it, Jason. You've had run-ins. But we need allies in the GCPD, whether we like it or not. And that's Renee.
I don't trust her.
I know. So trust me.
Figured I'd find you here. I mean, not here. But somewhere like here. It's nice. Homie. Real homie. I like what you did with the, bricks. I bet I could stay up here all night.
Sure you can.
Dick? Dick! I was an acrobat, you know?
Fine, you can sit. But you have got to shut up.
I know it ain't worth much to say this, but it was either you or me. And frankly, it'll always be me.
What happened? And how did I get wherever this is? Belfry, you hear me? And I'm cut off.
I thought you were useful. Maybe use you as cannon fodder. But you don't even do that. I tried to teach you what I knew, but you were hopeless.
What just happened?
Face it, you can't save anyone, and you never will. Presenting the gruesome death of the...
Mom? Dad? No. I don't want to go through this again. Finally. Is this thing broken? Oh, my head. At least the air's clear now. They must have pumped that gas into every room.
The Court of Owls has sentenced you to die. He's with you dead.
Maybe that's a way out. Guess they were moving the rooms. There's a way out behind those tanks. I wonder what would happen if I hit the valves. So cold. That scientist must be in charge. Good thing I have some questions. You look like you know what's going on. Where are we?
We prepped the volunteers here for Project Goliath. It's a Talon deployment.
Volunteers? I thought you were using dead people.
They're not dead at first. The new ones, they offer themselves up for the cause.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock you out now. My God. That's a lot of Talons. They'll be able to take over the entire city. Talk about getting out in the nick of time.
Nightwing, are you there? Your signal just reappeared on the Bat computer. Do you read me?
I got you, Belfry. It's good to hear from you.
Thank God. Are you okay?
I'm good now that I've heard your voice, Belfry.
Come back to the Belfry as soon as you can.
The Talons, the Labyrinth, all punishment for exposing the court.
To think Jacob Kane ever thought we could be on the same side.
The Labyrinth wasn't just meant to kill us. The court wanted to get in our heads.
It might have worked.
We'll be okay, Tim.
Will we? Batman didn't kill people, but where would he stand on soldiers lining up to be reborn as these monsters?
I used to be dead. You think I'm a monster?
We have one setback. And this is where you go, Tim? Murder?
I get steering him away from killing people, but the Labyrinth was more than a setback, Babs.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here. You're not Bruce, none of you are.
Enough!
Gotham practically lined up to kill Batman. Every time Bruce came home, bloodied, near death, I patched him up. Just as I now do for you. He was often angry, but he never stooped to their level. And neither will you.
Alfred's right. Batman had a code. No matter how tough this gets, we can't betray it.
The court is made up of Gotham's founding families. They'll protect their own like only family will.
They may be related, but they aren't family. Not like we are.
The evidence we uncovered against Kane at the hotel is pretty much bulletproof.
Then our best course of action isn't war, it's prosecution.
I don't think Kane's gonna honor a warrant.
He will if we help the cops serve it.
The same cops currently gunning for every cape in Gotham?
I can think of at least one still on our side.
Babs, you think there's something in the water here?
What do you mean?
You know, there's yet another evil group of rich people in masks who want to run this city.
Just to be safe, I'm going to see what I can find in the city records.
I was kidding about the water. It's just an expression.
You put the idea in my head, now I have to be certain.
These loads are pretty hot. Are you sure the velocity isn't too high?
It'll be fine. Besides, it's not like I'll be shooting anyone who doesn't deserve it.
You're at the upper safety limit. That doesn't leave you a lot of margin for error.
You've seen the body armor criminals wear. Can't afford to play nice in an arms race.
Not all our enemies wear armor.
Uh-huh.
If you believe these rounds are safe, then prove it. Shoot me.
Fine. Maybe they are a little hot. Why don't you crunch your numbers and tell me what the best load should be?
Great. Oh, while we're at it, we should look at polymer volume and composition.
The decreased velocity will impact expansion, but if we tweak the gel compound, we can make up for it.
Huh?
Best hideout ever, right?
This place is quite remarkable. It's certainly brighter than the Batcave.
We still need to work on expanding the library, but I think Bruce would like it anyway.
I know he would. Because this is your home.
Never really knew what home felt like. But standing in this place, looking over Gotham, yeah, it's okay.
Protecting Gotham is a difficult endeavor. One that Bruce knew you would face. So, he made sure that you would have everything you'd need to succeed.
Of course he did. Goddamn ninjas. Goddamn talons. They all just make me wanna...
To do what?
A proper investigation, followed by reasonable arrests and handing the perps over to the authorities.
A crime scene? Cool. But what about your photographic memory?
Cold case. When I wasn't there, it helps to see it laid out.
The detail is incredible. Commissioner Gordon?
Detective Gordon, at the time.
You made it look just like his statue.
Now that we know about the court, I thought I might be able to close a few of his unsolved cases.
Solid thinking. Oh, I'll help.
I'm good. I'll let you know if I find anything.
It's fine. Two heads are better than one.
I'm sorry. I'd like to do this myself.
Sure. Let me know if you need anything.
Does the statue of my dad look like him?
No. Finally. Somebody else around here who's angry. Bruce is dead. The Court of Owls is real. The League of Shadows is running around Gotham. And you're all trying to pretend everything's normal.
This isn't just about the League. Or the court. I can't remember Dad's face. Every time I think of him, he just looks like that stupid statue.
And?
And I have a photographic memory. Where I used to. How can I be Batgirl solve crime, fight bad guys. If I can't trust my own brain,
You stay angry. And you aim that anger square at every wrong in the world. At least that's what I do. But then...
thanks, Jason.
No problem. That girl.
All right, I've put up with this for an hour. You wanted to talk. So talk.
Oh, we can do this another time. Got a shower.
Is it about Bruce?
What? Makes you think that?
I know everything about you, Dick Grayson. You love flaky cereal. You cried when I broke up with you. And you check out your own ass in the mirror every chance you get. But mostly I know that you keep not looking at that suit.
Pretty sure I broke up with you.
You know what? Fine.
Yes, it's about Bruce. We fought. Before I went to Bloodhaven. He told me never to take the mask up. Not like him. Babs, it's taking everything I have not to screw this up. Everything he built. It's in my hands.
You don't have to do it alone, dumbass. Why do you think Bruce trained all of us?
I always forget how smart you are. Okay, this is gross. You are really sweaty.
Hey!
I was certain the labyrinth had to be some kind of technological marvel, but it was just boxes and props.
It's that gas they use. Makes you hallucinate your own worst fears.
So everything in the labyrinth comes from the target's mind. That's...
Terrifying? Yeah.
That is some wild shit. I knew you'd been in it, but damn, Alfred.
After my last tour, I chose to come to Gotham. That path led me to a life I'd never imagined.
Tech-powered street gangs, secret societies, heroes in capes. Sounds so ridiculous when you say it out loud.
I thought I was done with war. All I did was trade one for another. The combatants change, the battlefronts shift, but the costs still add up.
Yeah. We both have the scars to show for it.
Bruce blamed himself for your death, and for the darkness that followed. But even in the worst of times, we saw that you had the potential to emerge as a better man.
Some days I barely feel human. Let alone a better man.
He believed in you, and was proud of how far you'd come. Especially after everything you've been through.
Where's his face? Was he made out of clay? Belfry? I think Clayface might be back.
Isn't he supposed to be dead?
We better collect some samples. I wonder if there are any more goopy Gusses out tonight. What do we have here? There we go.
Is anyone out there? Help!
Why are you doing this, Basil? Let's make this happen. I need more for a proper sample, but I could make a nice bowl. Clayface? You in there?
I can't wait to tell my friends about this!
I think that's finally enough clay. Belfry, I'm coming home with pockets full of samples.
How did you know what I wanted for my birthday?
I don't understand. Clayface fell in a turbine when he last fought Batman. How's he still alive?
I'm not sure. He was torn to shreds.
And yet, here we are.
Guess getting blended like a smoothie wasn't enough for him.
So, what did we learn about our new friend?
Well, I've studied Clayface's DNA before, and this is unlike anything I've ever seen. The structure's constantly changing. It's like it can't reassemble itself.
We're talking damaged nucleotides, unstable phosphate groupings, and synthesis abnormalities. I mean, abnormal even for Clayface.
This sample seems especially disorganized, like it's trying to be 5 things at once.
Oh, maybe it's because these pieces of him on their own aren't enough for him to stabilize into a singular conscious entity.
You guys are doing your nerd thing again.
Sorry. Clayface might be in too many places at once, and he's having trouble being anything because of it.
But the more that Clayface comes together, the stronger and smarter he gets.
We definitely do not want that.
But what if he's already conscious? I mean, we can't just leave him like this.
Putting him back together could endanger the whole city. We can't take that chance.
Either way, it doesn't do us any good if we don't know where he is. The reservoir is connected to the city's aqueduct system. He could be anywhere.
There are probably still bits of him in the water, too.
It's nice knowing you, Jason.
He'll be fine. Probably.
I'll scan the city for the Clay's unique signature. I'll let you all know if I find something.
Yeah, have fun with that.
What's that?
Freeze. These weapons, the raid, this violence, all of it.
Star City Bank, Atlantic and Prince. We have a 10:30. There's a robbery in progress.
Someone took him out! Hell no! Right up in here!
I won't be so nice next time.
The regulators have big plans, but I don't know what. If they're anything like a weather machine, we're in a lot of trouble.
Perhaps Mr. Freeze might know what his old associates are up to.
Sorry. Oh, this is not good. There are riots, like, all over Gotham. Whoa. Dr. Q invites all of her quinners to a wellness party. Wonderful.
Throw up the bat signal or something. That'd flush her out.
It's Montoya.
I don't know what to tell you, Crispus. She's a soccer mom. Just get her in cuffs, man.
Hey.
Give me a sec. Nightwing, we got something weird down here. We set up some blockades, but who knows how long those will last.
Montoya, Harley's instigating these riots. Hold your line. We're coming to you.
How many of you bats are on this call? You know what? It doesn't matter. Just hurry.
Well, we have a target. Let's knock some heads.
I don't care what you have to do. Keep your barricade up.
Rough night.
Aren't they all?
I don't know. I'd say the jury's still out on this one.
There's still no sign of Harley. This is ridiculous. What do soccer moms and yoga dads need to ride for?
Dealer pricing on minivans? I'll check it out.
Be careful. I'll have to do a lot of paperwork if you die.
An ice cream truck? What's that doing here?
It has to have something to do with Harley's plan, right?
Oh no! If we break them, where's their implant on the prints?
You think crashing the truck might have broken the transmitter?
This is no fun. Tonight's supposed to be a party. How are we supposed to cause trouble now? Someone took this phone. See someone, please.
Do him in! Clearing the field!
Guess that's it. For now. Belfry, I've got one of the implants here. Sending you a serial number now.
The number is assigned to a type of neural implant. It's currently in human trials at Daggett Labs.
That must be what Harley stole from him. What does the implant do?
It stimulates the brain to remove inhibitions. There's a limiter feature, but one could override it.
So it makes otherwise normal people run amok. Great. We have to turn off that signal.
Until the implant's signal is disabled, these people are not likely to fear anything. Or anyone.
Shit. How many of them are there? Truck is sending out some kind of signal.
The signal
Gotcha.
seems to be connected to a variety of medical devices.
to get to Gotham
Something
General,
proprietary.
Why, whatever could be the problem, Detective Montoya?
As much as I don't want to admit this, we may need your help here.
Anything could be happening in here.
I'm outside the damn hospital, Red Hood. We're going to rush in soon.
Get the GCPD to hold their positions, Montoya. Harley's mind-controlling the citizens in there. I can stop her.
Crap. Fine. But I expect a full debrief later.
This place is huge. How am I going to find Harley?
I see a security center in the hospital blueprints. She should appear on their surveillance cameras.
Anyone ever told you you're slow, Dead Hood?
Well, your fan club didn't want to let me through, Harley.
You know your problem? You need more fun in your life. So I left you some presents to unwrap. Enjoy.
Shit! This is sick.
Get you to the doctor.
I believe in you!
more fun now.
Friends? You're treating these people like lab rats. You're even killing them.
Your stupid town killed him. Whatever. You'll see him when you get to the party.
The security office should be on the other side of the chapel.
You're making me wait, Dead Hood. The bats would not be impressed.
I don't know. I think he'd understand. What the hell was that?
Nothing. Just finishing up the decor. Oh, you're gonna be real excited.
I don't think excited is the right word. And she hung up on me. What the freak? I'm here to deliver your good behavior prize. Here it comes. Knew it was around here. Got it. L3. Coming for you, Harley. I don't even like this song.
You're gonna die, my hero!
Bet those sparks hurt like hell.
That boat's running!
Harley always has to leave her mark. Just like in the movies.
Don't be rude! Mama's talking here.
So that's how you're controlling them. Hand it over.
Nuh-uh. My toy.
That's enough games, Harley.
As if. This has been in the works since Blackgate. Welcome to my party!
Your party sucks. There's not even cake.
That's because I haven't lit a candle! Now, let's play, Dead Hood. This is my happy place! Not too slow. I'm coming in. I don't think so. Incoming. Come over here. Pick it up. Zombies
Harley, no!
Mama's got some stuff to do. You make sure to keep him here. Bye!
This is the fight you've been waiting for! Get up so tough, hero!
I thought you'd be more impressive in person! Incoming! Did you miss me? Not fast enough. I thought you'd be more impressive in person. Don't be shy. I want to play. I'm taking you down. It's gonna hurt, you jerk. Gotta be faster. Here we go.
Heads up!
Party foul!
Damn, mind control?
What the hell did I do?
Just get out. Start running.
Hey, where you going? You can't leave yet. You were having fun.
Last call. Party's over.
Party's not over until I say it is. That's one for Harley. I don't think so. You must have cheated! The bats definitely would have figured out where I was faster. And he would have personally taken me back to Blackgate. Like a gentleman.
Yeah, we both know I'm not a gentleman.
But I think you're getting the hang of taking criminals off the street and stuff.
Thanks.
I got dozens in holding and a triage nurse who hates me. I'm just gonna blame you, cool?
Isn't that what you always do?
Don't be a smartass. I'm gonna be dealing with this headache for weeks.
Ah, you'll be done in no time.
Oh yeah, I got a full desk of open cases that says... God damn it! You tell anyone about this clown girl, I'll gag you.
You hiding things from us, Drake?
Maybe it's drugs. Or plutonium. I mean, he is a teenager.
A chess set.
That looks familiar. Aren't those Bruce's?
Yep, custom made. The knights even have bat ears.
Would you look at that? They do have bat ears.
I got them from Wayne Manor. I know it's dangerous, but I was careful and no one saw me.
That's a big risk for a chess set.
Everything we salvaged from the manor belonged to Batman. I thought we could use a bit more Bruce.
Keep an eye on this sector. Let's step up patrols.
Listen, if you were worried about your dad, I wanted you to know he wasn't covering for the Court of Owls.
He solved some of these cases.
Quite a few of them. He was fighting the court even if he didn't know they were.
Should have known that. I just thought... maybe I didn't know him as well as I thought I did.
You needed proof. Just like Bruce would have.
Should have found it earlier. I was Oracle. I had access to every computer system in Gotham. How could I have missed something as big as the court?
You mean, how could you have missed an evil secret society that's kept itself hidden from everyone, including your dad and Batman, for literal centuries?
That sounds like something Dick would say.
Thanks. So, now can I help with the murder dollhouse?
Sure.
Yes!
Oh, hi, pal. How's it going on this fine day? Night.
Catch you at a bad time, Oswald? Or did you expect me not to come back?
No, not at all. Everything's fine. You want a glass of something?
After the ambush you teed up? Don't be shocked if I refuse any drink you give me.
Oh, no, you don't understand. They showed up with those... Talon things. They said they'd tear me to pieces, slowly, and I figured, well, you've got none of worse scrapes.
Playing the coward card, then. You like that one.
I hope we can put this behind us. It would be a shame to lose this mutually beneficial business deal we have going.
I'll think about it.
You've received a call from Detective Montoya. She says she needs to speak with you about an arrest warrant.
Hopefully this is good news.
All's clear.
Hey, Montoya. How's the file on Colonel Voice going?
I've got enough evidence to lock Kane up for years. It's the warrant that's the problem.
Isn't it always?
I've been to see every judge I know, and no one will sign it. They're scared.
I'm not surprised. Even without the court connection, Kane has a lot of power. And weapons. Have you tried Judge Moreno? She's put away a bunch of Gotham elites. Doesn't seem to care who she pisses off.
Elena was one of the first names on my list. But I guess things got bad over that whole Chelsea Tunnel case. She's gone into hiding.
A judge doesn't just disappear, even in this city. I'll ask around. See if anyone's got a direction to point me.
Get that warrant signed, and you know I'll serve it.
Think of this as giving me a raise. Yeah, that doesn't work for us. No way I can keep looking the other way. Unless you make the deal better.
Come on, we're friends. We don't need to bring money into this.
Judge Elena Moreno. Tell me where she is.
Look, we're not crazy enough to cross the people who want Moreno dead, okay? But the regulators, oh, now they have been bragging about a big protection job.
Belfry, the mob says they stay as far away from Moreno as they could. I think she cut a deal with the regulators, though.
All right, keep us posted.
Why did it have to be a runner?
They're slowing it down, isn't it? Hey, you're after
What do you know about Judge Elena Moreno?
I don't know. But I know we just sold some top-end security equipment. Maybe it was for her.
Thanks. Belfry, regulators sold security tech to the freaks. Said they don't know anything about Moreno.
Freaks buying actual gear? What's the world coming to?
Get back here!
I think I'm going to leave.
Pop quiz, freak. Judge Elena Moreno is missing. Do you know where she is?
Oh, yeah. I heard that all we gotta do is keep her safe from those guys in the bird masks. Easy.
Thanks.
Officer requested by the intersection of Mercy and Oxalis. Officers, we have reports of suspicious behavior.
I see, nice!
Brace yourself.
Judge Moreno, are you okay?
They were gonna kill me. Just like they killed my brother. Poor Alex. All this because I wouldn't close construction on the Chelsea tunnel?
Afraid so. The court doesn't like no's.
Damn it. They are real.
Their leader's Jacob Kane. Montoya prepped a warrant for his arrest. Murder charges. Should stick.
I'll sign it. People like that can't be allowed to terrorize this city.
On that, we agree. Thank you for trusting us. Do you need an escort out of here?
Someone's already on their way. I knew the freaks couldn't keep this up, so I called a friend. Thank you, and good luck, Nightwing.
Belfry, Moreno's in one piece, despite the court. She signed Montoya's arrest warrant, too.
Affirmative. We'll get Moreno somewhere safe.
Is the blindfold really necessary?
Not anymore.
Look at this place. Wait. Barbara? What are you doing here?
Renee, glad you could make it. Welcome to the Belfry.
You're Batgirl. Did your father know?
If he did, he never said.
But now you know. If you're gonna help us take down Jacob Kane, we need to trust each other.
Dick Grayson. Well, I guess you're Nightwing then.
Is it that obvious?
It's pretty obvious. You don't even, like, do a voice or anything.
Robin. I don't think we've met out of costume.
Actually, we've met. Like, 5 times.
Oh yeah. Tim Drake, right?
We done laying our cards on the table? We got a plan to go over.
Jason Todd. The dead walk among us.
I get that a lot. You get what we needed?
The judge actually signed off on the Jacob Kane charge. Conspiracy to murder Langstrom. Some solid detective work. If you could get Kane out of that hidey hole, I can make sure every honest cop in Gotham is waiting out front. Huh. But that won't be easy. This building is basically a tank.
Oh, we know. Armored facade, anti-aircraft guns on the roof.
That's why we have drones.
I assume you don't have a permit for that.
We absolutely do not.
Gotta admit, Pennyworth, I was kinda hoping you were Batman and just retired or something.
While I'm flattered, the truth is unfortunately more grim.
I'm sorry to hear that. So, about that plan.
The plan? Yes.
You're gonna love it.
To start, you'll rendezvous at the rally point in sight of the target, Kane Industries.
Everyone ready?
Drones are ready.
GCPD at street level.
Every floor of Kane Industries is protected by proprietary armor. You'll need to scale the building.
Finally, time for some fun.
This is bad. We're getting reports of increased League of Shadows activity in the city.
Talia figures they'll skip town once we stop the court. For once, I hope she's right.
Go watch for security. Jacob Kane is one of the world's top military contractors. These won't be your standard guards.
Brace yourself. You serious? Try this.
Press the reload button to drop the gun.
Imagine installing anti-aircraft guns on your own roof.
According to the blueprints, the bunker is protected with the same kind of armor as outside. Only Kane's own tech could cut through it.
You'll need a laser cutter. Kane keeps one in the munitions storage area.
This might do the trick. Ah, that looks like something from when I was a kid.
I am a laser drill, serial number KD-847 prototype.
Oh, what? It talks?
Warning, this prototype is single use only.
So, we get one shot, huh? No pressure.
Now that you've found the laser, you'll need a way to move around the floor.
Get someone's access card. Then we can rewrite it for your biometric signature. Heads up. Guards inbound.
Amazing timing as usual.
I know we got the reload signal,
But why hasn't Delta Team called in yet?
We're under attack by unidentified drones. Reload first, ask questions later.
Yes, sir. I'll check in with them when they've come down from the roof.
This is it.
That card won't work unless we rewrite it to match your biometrics. Look for the security station.
Belfry, the card's not working.
Were you even listening?
Ooh, I know this one. Rewrite biometric data on a key card at the security station.
Okay, good.
All right, time to snoop. What are you hiding up here, Jacob?
Kane employs a network of motion-activated security cameras. You'd be wise not to let them spot you.
If they do, you'll have to hustle back to the security console to reset the entire system.
That's Kane's office. According to the blueprints, the private elevator to his bunker should be in there.
This room doesn't seem right. It should be bigger. Like, yeah, it should be bigger.
Dear Kate, some of this is going to be hard for you to hear, but it's necessary for you to understand. I just hope you listen. When I proposed to Catherine, I thought it was going to be just another business deal. It was the best professional and personal arrangement I could hope for. Her family did private...
Wait, this looks familiar. Is this Sudoku?
Oh, I absolutely love Sudoku. Each symbol can only appear once in a row, column, and box.
Oh man, I wish I was there.
But Catherine has more vision than that.
There we go. Found the rest of the office. Kane hid one hell of a private collection. Should I be grabbing evidence?
Nothing you see will be admissible. Find what you can and we'll officially discover it after we get in there.
Weird. That globe is wired to the painting. Guy must love the classics. Armored. Nothing's getting through here except Kane's tech. Time for that laser to do its work.
I am a laser drill, serial number KD-847 prototype.
I know what you are, but how do I make you cut?
Cut it.
Whoa, that is loud. Can you be any quieter?
Negative.
Hey, Yasa, visit! Out of my way!
You better back off!
Our last intel on Kane puts him in that elevator. When you get access, get moving. When that elevator stops, the plan is basically a big blank page that says improvise.
Do we have any idea what to expect down there?
We know it goes directly from Kane's penthouse to a bunker somewhere under the building.
So, we're on our own. Great.
Be careful down there.
Guess we gotta go down. Belfry, I can't get through this inclinator, I guess? Any chance someone can hack it? Find me an opening?
I'm looking at a bunch of inputs. One definitely says inclinator.
Great work. That did it.
Attention all security personnel. Intruders have breached the facility lower levels. Weapons hot. They're vigilantes.
Where are they even coming from?
All security personnel stand down. Threat is contained. Return to your patrols.
I kinda doubt that. Bringing out the big gun.
Hey, I heard you say Talons. Are you all right?
Yeah, if he's got Talons coming after us, we have him on the run.
Well, if Kane wasn't already dangerous enough, now he's got his back to the wall. Watch yourself.
This room controls the building's power. And that is a lot of power. Huh.
Maybe you cut the power?
That'd probably trap me in here. I just need to find another way through. The reactor down here is something else. All fire and toxic gas. I'd have to be crazy to go through there. Unless... anyone still hacked into the system?
Ready and waiting. What's up?
Anything you can do about this reactor?
Found it. Reactor diagnostics mode.
That one. Hit that one. Belfry, there's some Cordoval stuff down here. I'm gonna take a look, see what Kane's up to. Can anyone hear me? I'm on my own. Again.
All this trouble. This is Gotham's legacy. Can't they see that?
Kane sure has a lot of toys. Maybe something will open that door. That massive laser would probably win in a fight with the massive door. If only I can get it within range. Still got it. Let's see what this baby can do.
Firing weapons system.
Oh, come on.
This facility was built to withstand a full military incursion. You don't have a hole in hell.
You're doing what Bruce did. Fumbling in the dark, thinking you know what's best for Gotham, but you're fighting the wrong battle. The League of Shadows are fanatics who will slaughter half the city to purify it.
So what? You're building an army to fight the League?
To save Gotham from itself. Gotham needs hunters, our new knights. They thrive in the shadows like Bruce did, like you did. But unlike you, they know their place.
Nothing like that.
Guess it's time to find Kane and finish this. I shouldn't be surprised you have submarines.
You're like a cockroach. Take your best shot. You get one.
You know, I would, but I just had my nails done.
I gave you a chance back at the orchard, but you failed me, like you failed Bruce. He did die after you abandoned him, after all. Gotham won't accept the court is real, let alone believe I'm the voice.
All anyone needs to believe is that you killed Langstrom.
And what if I did? Huh? Where's the reporter who'll cover it? Or the cop who'll arrest me? Much less the judge who'll convict me.
It's your lucky day, Jacob. We got them all waiting outside your door.
My wife is still commissioner. I'll be free before sunup.
Montoya, catch your perp. He's like this when I found him.
Working with vigilantes, detective? Catherine will have your badge for this.
Hell of a trade if it puts you away.
Open your eyes! These corrupt cops are conspiring with vigilantes to put me away! Now you're in trouble. Catherine! Tell them I'm innocent.
Don't give me that shit, Jacob. Don't you say another word.
I can...
Jacob! Jacob! You stupid, stupid man.
We need to get these people out of here.
Find who did this. Search everywhere.
Search the rooftops. Go!
Talia. Belfry, Talia betrayed us and killed Jacob. She's running, but I'm in pursuit.
You gotta catch up with her.
Ah! She's so fast! Still after her.
Keep on her. There are only so many rooftops.
I know where she's going, Belfry. She's heading to Wayne Tower.
The court was about to be exposed, Talia. It was done. Didn't you murder Jacob Kane?
No. We murdered him. The League of Shadows thanks you for your collaboration. Bruce was never this helpful.
You never change. I knew you were still involved with the League. How long did you plan this?
Decades. I have a clarity of vision that my father lacked. Without him, the League can reach its full potential.
Then why not just kill Raish? Would have been faster.
I didn't need to.
Right. So now what, Talia? High-five each other all the way back to Nanda Parbat?
The Orchard Hotel was just the beginning. Our work in Gotham will serve as a beacon, a warning of what is to come. In a torrent of blood, we will purge corruption from this city, then the world.
I have a few notes. 1, a bit cliché. 2, start over and don't do any of that.
Then I won't waste your time. I've only let you live this long because you were useful. That said, you held my beloved back from greatness.
I was there after you left, Talia. He knew what you were. He saw you and hated you.
Even Bruce would tell you. Nothing can stop the reckoning that's in motion. Farewell.
Ah, crap.
Activity on the police scanner is dying down. Come back to the Belfry when you're ready.
Knew we couldn't trust her.
We had Jacob in custody. We were finally gonna bring him in.
And now, she's got everything she needs to start the next phase of her plan.
She'll go after our allies first, to keep us out of the way.
Exactly. That's why I already sent them a warning. Lucius is holding up in a secure location with a small security team. And Montoya's scrambling people she trusts.
It won't be enough. They'll die without our help.
League attacks. All over the city. It's already started. Talia was playing the long game.
I think we all saw it. There just wasn't proof. Lord knows we have enough enemies already.
I guess I was just hoping she was, like, an anti-hero in all this? Like you used to be.
Try not to sugarcoat my past with words like anti-hero. I was bad too.
Well, I'm just glad you're on our side now.
So, Talia finally revealed her plan.
We delivered Jacob right to her. I should have seen this coming. I should have known.
We have a problem. Talia's sent the League after some of our key allies. Somehow she knows who's friendly. They need help, quickly.
Give me their last known locations.
Already done.
Nightwing, it's Lucius. The League of Shadows tried to kidnap me. I got away, but the bastards killed my security team.
Hold on. I'll be right there.
I activated my shield to keep them at bay, but I don't know how long it'll...
Kiss that ass!
Try this.
There you are! Over here!
Nice shield, Lucius.
Don't go easy on them!
Yes, keep it up. Got something for you.
Thank you. I thought I was a goner for a second there.
Glad you're okay. Do you need me to stick around?
I'll be fine. I called Fox Tech. Another team should be here soon. Then I'll have some phone calls to make. If I'd known what would happen...
Don't worry, Lucius. We'll stop them.
Good.
Guess that's it.
You can go. My team's almost here.
got this, Bruce.
These hunters, they must be the ones Talia mentioned.
I was really hoping she was wrong about that one.
Hopefully with Jacob gone, his bunker out of commission, the court won't be able to create more of them.
Fingers crossed. So, what do you think?
This place is quite remarkable. It's certainly brighter than the Batcave.
I wish Bruce could see this. It's not the manor, but I think he'd like it.
I know he would. Because this is your home.
No matter how hard we try, there's always more to do. But Bruce never gave up, and neither will we.
Protecting Gotham is a difficult endeavor. One that Bruce knew you would face. So, he made sure that you would have everything you'd need to succeed.
Of course he did.
I can't believe we got so close. We had him.
Try not to beat yourself up, Babs. It's the League. Their whole thing is you don't see them coming.
But we did see them coming. Or should have. I just wanted to believe Talia.
Wanting to see the good in people isn't a bad thing, Babs. It's something I wish I was better at.
Check it, Tim. I'm opening this can, and everyone isn't covered with tomatoes.
Ha ha. It wasn't my fault.
Hey, the sauce still turned out great.
Yeah, we all ate it.
Jason, chop chop. Someone needs to get on those onions.
You can't have a sauce without onions.
Sure. But it's gonna need a little kick. I've got an idea. You'll love it.
And extra garlic, please.
Now you're talking.
Assault in progress at Blackgate Prison. It's the regulators. They're trying to get Freeze out. We need all available units. I repeat, we need...
We don't have much time. Take the drone. It'll get you to the prison faster.
The regulators have breached the prison's perimeters and are making their way to Freeze's cell. The guards are completely outnumbered.
Then we'd better stop them right now. So, who wants to go first? I love kicking punks to the curb. Yeah, the guards didn't give them much trouble. Belfry, what's Freeze's location?
Still in his cell, but the regulators are closing in on his position.
Gotta pick up the pace.
You're gonna keep that up or fight face to face?
Can you open the door to Freeze's cell?
I don't think so. They said the scanner won't work without his print.
Even if I wasn't stuck like this, I wouldn't help you.
Fine. Time for a new plan. If I can figure out where the guard went, I can find things he touched and assemble a complete handprint. Blackgate guards wear boots that leave these kind of prints. Should be easy to retrace his steps. Hey, Belfry. I got 2 survivors. One of them will need to be thawed out of here.
Understood. I'll let Montoya know where to find them.
That is definitely a print. Well, it's a partial print. I knew I'd get it. Yes, that looks good. What the hell was that? My favorite combination. Enclosed spaces and explosives. Why would Freeze leave without his cooling gear? It's suicide.
He must still be recovering from your encounter at Elliott Center. You might still be able to catch him.
I'll get him. That does not look good.
I told you before. Letting me die would have been easier. Now, Nothing can stop what's coming. Soon, the world will feel the cold as I do. I will bring an eternal storm to Gotham. I will bring darkness to the world. You cannot win.
Keep it up, and the Warden will throw you in a hole for the rest of your life. Belfry, he's freezing the harbor. We need to get everyone clear.
That will change nothing. Soon, nowhere will be safe. This storm has come for you. Fear the cold.
Give it up, Freeze. There's nothing left for you to do but surrender.
This was meant to be my greatest creation.
You could have started over. Your life didn't have to be about revenge.
I would rather die knowing what I am than live in a lie.
That would be your cue to leave. The Bat drone is on approach to pick you up.
Put me back in my cell if you must.
Looks like you have me in 5. I'll get you next time, though.
Bruce's chess set. I carved these pieces myself. I even gave the knights bat ears.
I noticed. Jason wasn't having the best game, huh?
I promoted a queen and was about to walk all over him.
I don't pick a queen when I promote a pawn.
I suppose you choose a knight then. That was always Bruce's move. A little obvious, even for him.
I like the rook, actually. It's a protector, and a major piece. But people ignore it. They get distracted by more obvious threats until... checkmate. Plus, castling is basically teleporting.
How unorthodox.
It's how Robin wins. You know what? Using teleportation tech from the Justice League satellite, I bet I could zap myself short distances in a fight. Almost like a ghost. Oh, this is gonna be so cool!
Gotham has called. And I have answered. And I will never abandon her. And I won't forget.
I'm not worth anything to you dead.
Your ninja-looking friends have us pinned on the roof at Major Crimes. We need help.
Stay in position. I'll be right there.
Back up immediately.
Please tell me you called for backup.
Time for new one, begging.
Let up.
With our allies out of harm's way, I think perhaps you should return to the Belfry.
Glad you're okay. You are okay, right?
What the hell was that about? I thought Jacob's death was supposed to end this gang war. Now they're coming after us?
With all you've done for us, I'm not surprised you were on their list.
Well, if you have any idea how to stop this, you better do it quick.
As quick as the Flash.
Good. Commissioner Kane will want to debrief on this mess.
Great. I'll handle the assassins. You take the Commissioner.
Muggings and hanging out at the docks? Clayface is really slumming it. What's his plan?
Hard to say. Mr. Carlo has always been rather unpredictable.
I guess I'll have to go check up on him.
Be careful. We still don't know for sure what the turbine might have done to him.
This is just junk. Why would someone steal it? Lights for Elliott Studios. Guess they were too big to steal. Yep, Clayface has been through here. Where can a man-sized lump of clay be hiding?
This is the easiest job we've ever had.
I don't know whose idea was to bring him along, but I owe him a drink. But
Doesn't he freak you out just a little bit?
Man, that guy's strong enough. Good! Time to head out!
Neat trick, but it won't work on me. Belfry, I see some clay. He's moving fast.
Roger that. Oh,
Belfry, got a bunch of accidents here. We need EMT.
Right away.
Throttle. Looks like he's going underground.
To the sewers? That's a little on the nose.
A pretender, a fraud, a monster. Then I was alone. In the dark. No, not alone. With him. He cut me. Tore me apart.
Well, that's not good.
I should have killed you a long time ago, Basil. I won't make the same mistake again.
You're just making things up now. Your sorry ass fell into the turbine by accident. Batman was there to rescue your hostages, not kill you.
How would you know? You weren't there!
I saw the security tapes. He didn't have shit to do with it.
If Batman wants me to change the script, tell him to come down here himself. Let him come.
He can't. He's dead, Clayface.
But he was at the reservoir just a few days ago.
Oh man. You really don't know. It's been almost a year. That man's dead, Basil. Hear me? Deal with it.
This biopic is based on a true story. My story. And I won't let you ruin it.
Great. More goddamn clay.
Shall hold my crew.
Your numbers.
All down.
My turn.
You can't take us all down. Gotham will be the perfect backdrop for my next project. I'm sure you'll love it. See you at the premiere.
Belfry. Clayface got away. I'm coming back.
Grabbing them would take way too long.
Hey, maybe we could use this one as bait.
Oh?
This is going nowhere.
Did you break something again?
Huh. Looks like they're headed north now.
Tim, the clay's moving.
It does that sometimes, it's fine.
Tim? Shit! Tim, it went down the drain.
Why didn't you warn me?
I did.
He totally did.
Every piece of Clayface in town is headed for the reservoir.
Great. Then we can take them all out at once.
You saw what happened. If they blocked the pipes like they did here, it would build a lot of pressure.
If the dam burst, it would flood North Gotham. We wouldn't have time to evacuate.
I'll call Montoya and let her know what's going on.
Perfect timing. Commissioner King's been calling me non-stop. The whole city's out of water. She wants this fixed ASAP.
Guess that makes me the plumber. Any citizens inside?
Most of the night crew left after they saw mud going up the pipes, but some are still evacuating. You should have the place to yourself soon enough.
Just how I like it.
Better you than me. Now get going, before my backup gets here.
Belfry, I got in. But I'm not seeing Clayface anywhere.
He's definitely there. He said he'd see us at the premiere, remember?
This will be fun.
Come to watch the show, Red Hood?
Nah. I'm just here to kick your ass.
I'm done playing. Tonight is mine. And you won't stop me! You'll die here! You're just as pathetic as Batman!
Case closed. Belfry, Clayface looks done.
Are you certain we're still detecting something? Readings are spiking. You must evacuate now. I'm sending the bat cycle to your location.
Did you really think it would be that easy?
I got a plan! Belfry, if I'm gonna take down Clayface, I need a place that's hot and dry.
Head west. There's a smelting factory just a few miles out.
Perfect. Thanks, Belfry.
Just like Batman, always running away. Where do you think you're going?
This scene's gone on long enough, Clayface.
You won't win! This away from me! You can't win! I won't let you! You'll never be more than a supporting character! I'll end you! You'll be dead in a minute! Just like squishing ants. It's over. You won't leave this place alive. I just wanted to be seen.
Looks like you had some fun.
Gotta get my kick somewhere. And now you get to write it all up.
Just another day at the office. Stopping a clay monster from drowning the city isn't the weirdest thing I've ever done.
You and me both. Gotham keeps us guessing.
And busy. The commissioner wants me to bag and tag each piece of clay individually. Thank you for that.
Sounds like a hard ass if you ask me.
That's the understatement of the year. I swear, if you spandex people were so useful, why do I even bother? Ugh.
I've scoured all of my networks. No sign of Talia anywhere.
The League is still in Gotham. She's here. We just have to find her.
Goddamn ninjas.
So... this is weird.
Weird like undead talents coming back to life, or weird like... how do I keep losing this freaking game?
Weird, like there was this reroute situation that I was tracking. But then there were fluctuations, and now... I think I found Talia.
What were you tracking?
At first it looked like nothing, but now...
Whoa. That's a lot of power that's been siphoned. Not necessarily definitive, except...
Except?
The power was diverted... here.
Isn't Arkham empty? Like, you know... collapsed?
It has been for a couple of years. And with our missing ninja friend...
Here. She's only been there for a few weeks. Maybe it won't be too bad.
Or, this is a trap. She's too good to just let us find her.
But we have a lead.
We do have a lead.
Yeah.
Talia wasn't here just to mess with us. She's got something else up her sleeve.
Well, guess it's time to go back to that asbestos-encrusted shithole. Belfry, approaching Arkham now.
Received. Keep us updated.
I'm seeing a light inside. This place has seen some shit. The League set this up. But where'd they go? This looks like Langstrom's lab back at Gotham U. Belfry, I'm looking at a large tank.
This is definitely from Langstrom's research.
So the League was Langstrom's mystery client, and Talia's taken over his research. Great. Langstrom and Talia were really roughing it in here. Genetic markers. On brand for Langstrom, I guess.
Why do people keep volunteering for this crap?
I've seen enough goop in tubes for 2 lifetimes, thank you. Talia messed with Langstrom's method using League volunteers. Super strength, huh? I wonder how strong Super is. Weird. They were doing some kind of sonic tests in Arkham's tower. Grabbing the data now. Damn it. Blew the breaker.
I'm seeing a breaker box on the blueprints and the basement through a max security wing.
Belfry, I'm sending you whatever data I could get before the lab lost power. Let me know what you find. Maybe something more about what Talia's doing over here.
Sounds good. We'll piece together what we can and let you know.
Maximum security. I wonder who they kept here. Can't go back that way. Lights are on in the tower. I was wondering if ninjas would show up. Belfry, the League finally showed. They don't seem thrilled that we found them.
Good. It means we're on the right track.
This tech reminds me of a submarine. Let's see what Talia was up to. What happens if I change the frequency? So far, so good. There. That's it. Got it. I think that did it. Running some kind of sonic tests on the volunteers to control them. What the hell? Something happened in the lab.
Belfry here. We've run the data.
Let me guess. Talia has a Lazarus pit. She's picking up where Langstrom left off.
Precisely, but where is the Lazarus pit?
It's gotta be somewhere under Gotham. The tank. Well, that's not good. Your number's up. Got plenty more where that came from. Got a gift for you. So you like to play rough? Good. Me too. Damn it! What the hell? Oh shit!
Are you there? Report in. Get Lucius on the line and send in the drone. I'll meet them en route. Go!
I can't stay here.
You know, you really should not be fighting with those injuries.
chaos in Gotham City tonight after another vicious attack in Robinson Park. There are reports across the city of flying creatures wreaking havoc. Police are urging citizens to stay calm and remain indoors.
Alfred. I need my gear.
The others are already on patrol. Once you are ready...
I'm ready. Look. When I was a kid, I could hear gunfire almost every night outside our apartment. This is what I trained for. To be strong enough to help people like the scared little boy I used to be. Besides, Alfred, you know I'm never gonna play it safe.
I'm certain you already know what must be done.
I'm going after Talia. She found a Lazarus pit in Gotham, and I can't let her keep it. I'm bringing the fight to her.
While you handle the man-bats, we'll work on locating the source of the signal controlling them.
I'm here to take out the trash.
The creatures are coming from the cemetery.
Thanks, Belfry. Heading there now. Leave it to the League to pick a place creepier than Arkham. Steady. Belfry, I'm standing in the Batcave. What used to be the Batcave, I mean.
Pretty far from the cemetery. How long is that tunnel?
I don't know, but I'm not stopping now. I need to know what's going on.
Don't fall down a pit or anything.
Sure, Belfry. Belfry, found the League.
I'll let the others know.
Must have been hell to bring water from the Lazarus pit all this way. Wonderful. It is a Lazarus pit. I saw what you left at Arkham. Sick, even for you.
Did you know, child? A Lazarus pit can be used for more than just saving people from the brink of death. It has many purposes. In fact, a Lazarus pit can make a mind more malleable, more pliable to suggestion.
Oh, do tell me more about the wonders of the Lazarus pits.
Sometimes it's about more than your army. Sometimes it's about having the right general leading it.
What? I wasn't good enough for you? That hurts.
You, like your precious Batman, were never able to save Gotham. I've finally solved that problem.
Bruce.
My father's mind was broken by repeated exposures to the Lazarus pit. Unlike my father, I used that exposure to free Bruce's mind from his ridiculous oath. And you're right where we need you. Bruce's last test. Then we lead our new league into glory, remaking the world. Defeat this pretender. Take back the city that is your birthright.
Bruce. Don't listen to her! From the edge, Bruce. Stopped me from killing. Don't you remember? No! Don't lie! It's the truth. I'm Jason. I'm alive. And I need you to come back. Bruce, no! So you had to try out dying for yourself. Couldn't you trust my intel just once? Jason. Good. Good, you're recognizing people. Try to stay calm. The Lazarus Pit forces you into survival mode.
No promises.
Hey, look at me. You never gave up on me. I'm not going to give up on you. Bruce, Talia tried to break you with the Lazarus Pit. Remember how you brought me back? You have to fight for it this time!
Report, Jason.
We finished the Langstrom case. All of us working together. But the Court of Owls is real. You found them. You were bringing in the voice when... Come on. We'll both lose our street cred if anyone sees me helping you.
You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. Least of all, me.
Let's go. I can deal with Talia later. What the hell, Bruce?
All you had to do was stand still, beloved! Let me dispose of this burden for both our sakes.
No!
Please, Bruce. You can't.
It's your turn, Jason. I know you won't give up.
I should have left you in your grave.
For his sake, Talia, I'm not gonna kill you. But this is gonna hurt you a lot more than it will me.
This is your end, Jason. Accept your fate. Give in. You've used up your chances. Dispose of these treasures. You are not strong enough to defeat me.
What's the joke?
You, my dear Jason. So focused on hunting me down, you missed your own determined pursuer.
Oh no. The fault is with you, Talia al Ghul. Your abomination led us here. And now you and it will die.
You will never bring death to an Al Ghul. end this. You will not hinder my plans any longer. I'll just give up now. Your agony begins. See my true power. Seems my beloved did train you well.
It is over. Now to our spoils!
Already hate this guy as much as the last one.
Take heart. Your death has purpose. You die, so the court lives forever.
You want this Lazarus pit? You go through me.
Go! Deal with the permit.
Jason. All of you grew without me. Become your own heroes. The knights that Gotham really needed. Together, you're stronger than the Batman ever could be. I'm so proud of all of you. And I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
You might want to run. It was never the criminals of Gotham that scared me. It's you. The rich want more. Politicians who pander to your reckless demands. Police who hurt the people they're supposed to protect. Get this Lazarus pit. Because I won't let you.
Lazarus Pit is gone. Blasted to bits. With the pit destroyed, the Court of Owls has gone to ground. Mostly. It's only a matter of time till they show up again. Talia got the hell out of Dodge. Laying low somewhere to plan her next move. Of course, she left a few of her League puppets behind to keep an eye on us. Or keep us busy. Both, probably. We checked the Batwing, or what's left of it. He's dead. Gotham needs me. The court will try to cover this up, like they do everything else. But they're not the only ones watching. Exposing Jacob Kane was just the beginning. The Court of Owls has terrorized this city for centuries. And they're not about to stop. But the days of no one talks about them are finished. I will find every last one of them. And bring their crimes to light. People of Gotham, you deserve to live without fear. I swear to you, I will not stop fighting until you can.
If you're watching this,
I'm Batman.
Really, Dick?
Alfred had dinner ready an hour ago. How many versions of this are you gonna make?
Let me check.
In the event of my death at the hands of Crazy Quilt? Seriously? What about the event of my death? Of starvation?
Hear that? You're neglecting this poor kid.
You promised we'd have dinner together as a family.
You guys start, I'll be right up.
Oops. My hand slipped. But now you're up, so let's go.
This is important.
Would you just go? Or is I forgot to eat and starve to death on your list of videos?
I mean, if you want some advice on being dead, I got you covered.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
You're gonna need my password.
Am not.
You're always looking out for me.